back to the daily grind. Make sure to thumbs up and subscribe, because you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
The doctors are coming out and saying Conor McGregor has suffered mild traumatic brain injury in his TKO loss to Floyd Mayweather, and that makes me say goodbye boxing. If Conor McGregor's taking brain damage from those pillow motherfucking punches, then boxing needs to go. Because boxing, there's no reason just to keep punching each other in the fucking head all day. I mean, it's crazy to say because people think MMA is barbaric, but MMA is literally safer than boxing. Boxing, you just keep taking shots to the head or the body, but usually the fucking head. It's like, yeah, no shit, we're taking brain injury because we keep fucking injuring each other's brain for 12 rounds. There's no rest. There's no fucking, oh, okay, we get 10 seconds in between rounds, back up and take some more fucking brain damage. Oh, and it's prolonged brain damage. It's not just like, okay, you're taking this one shot and then you're out and then I'm stopping hitting you as soon as the ref calls me off. It's like, no, you got 10 seconds to say you haven't taken too much brain damage, and then I'm gonna let you take some more fucking brain damage. And this was from a 41-year-old boxer with 8-ounce fucking gloves on his hands, and you're saying the fucking champ has brain damage from that bullshit? Yeah, boxing's gotta go, because if a 41-year-old can do brain damage over 10 rounds to somebody, then what do you think these other fucking, these younger, these stronger boxers are doing to each other for 12 rounds? That's fucking brain damage. This sport's gotta go. It's already just a component of MMA. Now that MMA is here, they need to just replace every fucking boxing event with MMA events. Or just turn this shit into like, not even professional or something. Like turn it professional boxing into like professional wrestling. You know how there's no real professional wrestling? They just make that shit fake. That's what they need to do with fucking boxing, because it's like wrestling. Wrestling is just a component of MMA. Boxing is just a component of MMA. That's just what it is, man. MMA is here to stay and boxing's going away. Not only did the best boxer ever just have a MMA fighter go 10 rounds with him and land more shots on him than Manny Pacquiao, fucking, that's ridiculous that Conor McGregor's taking brain injury from this fucking fight. That's so bad. I don't know how boxers are cool with that. That just fucking seems terrible to me, man. You're somebody that's 41 years old can do brain damage to another person in a boxing ring just from how long the fucking fights are drawn out. Half the world fell asleep on the undercard because the fucking fights are so drawn out. 12 rounds of the same thing. Punches to the head, punches to the body, clinch, punches to the head, punches to the body, clinch, break, punches to the head, punches to the body, clinch, break, punches. I got a little song there. Hey. But that is fucking ridiculous, man. I am not a fucking fan. I wasn't a fan of boxing before this. I'm not a fan of boxing after this. I grew up and some of my uncles watched boxing, and you know, they would let us bet on the fights with them. So we would just pick someone we thought was going to win. Hey, I got Butterbean. He'll be like, all right, I got $5 on the other guy. And so if we lost, we wouldn't have to pay. And if he won, he would pay us. So that's the only reason we ever watched boxing. It was never entertaining. We always fell asleep as kids. I fell asleep as a fucking adult. It's that fucking simple. Boxing is just for people who grew up knowing people. Like, if you got an amateur cousin that boxes, you probably watched the fights with him. Boxing used to be where people went to be tough guys before MMA was around. Now boxers aren't even tough guys anymore. If you are a boxer, the only person you can beat up is somebody that doesn't fucking fight. If you want to fight a trained fighter, you will get your ass whooped. If you're somebody, a boxer that just wants to be a tough guy, I guarantee you won't go to an MMA gym and be that same fucking tough guy. Therefore, all you are is a fucking bully if you get into a fight. If you're a boxer, unless you're defending yourself, you're just a fucking bully. Or you got no reason to be boxing, because an MMA fighter, a real fighter, would beat your ass, and an untrained fighter, you have no business fighting anyway. So with that being said, to me, I just don't see boxing being around much longer. We've heard multiple people say boxing's dying. The numbers have been proven it. I mean, I haven't heard anybody talking about Canelo Triple G. I have not heard anybody talking about Canelo Triple gee, I don't even know what date the fight is, and it's like this month or something. There's no one talking about it. No one's gonna care about it. There's gonna be a lot of boxing people that care about it, but after that fight, man, you guys need to come on over to MMA. I'm just being honest. Come on over to MMA, tune into my channel, because I'll help bring you along. You know, I understand you guys don't know everything about MMA yet, so I'm gonna bring you along slowly. But I'm telling you now, you need to jump that motherfucking ship before it sinks and come over to MMA, because that's a fucking dying sport. It's a sinking ship. With that being said, it is what it is. I can't believe my boy Conor McGregor suffered some motherfucking mild traumatic brain injury to them motherfucking pillow punches. That sport's gotta go. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about how MMA is safer than boxing. That's just the truth, because in MMA you can get stopped by getting knocked the fuck out, but it's not going to be prolonged punches to the head, repeated punches to the head over minutes upon minutes. It's going to be one big shot that takes you out. Boom, you're out. Now, is it good for your brain? No. Is it better than fucking getting hit with 10 big shots over the next 10 minutes? Yes. Or you could just get put in a fucking arm bar that deals no fucking, or a Kimura, or a leg lock that deals no brain damage to you. You could get in a fight where you take 0 brain damage in MMA. You can't say the same for boxing. There's no boxing fight where a fighter doesn't get punched in the head, unless you don't land any shots. There's no boxing fight that is just straight body work. There's always punches to the head. MMA, you can fuck around and fight Damian Maia and not worry about any brain damage. You can fight someone like GSP and not have to worry about concussions. If you're somebody worried about concussions, you can just avoid fights with Tyron Woodley. GSP, where you at? I'm just playing around. You get the point. MMA is safer as far as brain trauma goes than boxing, because you're not guaranteed to take brain trauma in every single MMA fight, and you are in boxing. Even if you're fighting against a 41-year-old man, you are going to be taking fucking brain damage. That's terrible. Welcome to MMA, boys. It is what it is. Let the hitters know what the fuck you type in the comments. Dude. What did the blonde customer ask the Hooters waitress after reading her name tag? What'd you name the other one?